in the early days, we were rescuing people from other groups. It seemed like we kind of created the group to be able to discuss all methods. If you're using some of the other methods, the older methods, there are some critical steps. And people just weren't learning those critical steps because the minute they ask a question, they were shut down. You're going to die. And I hate that. Nobody learns that way. Who wants to learn to can being told every 5 minutes, you're going to die? Wake up. Number one, I'm going to go there and then I'm going to get haters. I know. But number one, a lot of countries only water bath. Never have used a pressure canner. The USDA, the US in that is United States. Other countries don't pay attention to the USDA because it's not their regulatory whatever. It's not their alphabet in their alphabet soup. Pressure canning is very much a North American thing. The rest of the world does some, but many countries have never, ever, ever, ever used one. And people have done that for hundreds of years. Right here in the United States, I went to an auction once, and there was this all-American canner, and I wanted it. But there were so many Amish people there bidding on everything, buying everything. And I didn't tell my friend who had the number that I wanted it, and it went for $30. And I'm like, they're buying all this other stuff and paying outrageous, way above even the price at the regular store for some of these things. Why didn't they buy this pressure canner? And so I walked up to a lady and asked her if I could ask her a question. And she said yes. And I asked her why nobody bid on that pressure canner. And she said, we don't pressure can. So, you have this idea, or there's this idea out there on the internet, and their minds are so small. They're in their little box, and you're not going to change it, and that's fine. And it is good that we need to follow best practices wherever we can. I 100% also follow best practice wherever I can. I do own a pressure canner. I love to pressure can. I've taught lots of people how to pressure can. But if somebody wants to know how to water bath, I'm not opposed to teaching that too. And, I'm not going to sit there for 4 hours over something when I can do it in 90 minutes. That's my choice. They also have a choice. But then if they're going to water bath, they need to know that they have to then cook the food before they serve it. But that step would be lost if there's no one to teach those old methods. And so Rebel Canners came about in order to make sure that we teach people all the old methods, all parts of it, not just, trying to do it the new way, but the old time. You got to do all of it. And so that's why Rebel Canners came about, is to be able to teach everything about it without people getting shut down. Nobody wants to hear you're going to die every 5 minutes. And so I'm sure I'll get a lot of haters on this video, but I just wanted to let you guys know that's where we got the name. It has nothing to do with current events. And where it came from, what we're about, and just sort of how we got started. Somebody asked, how can, I want to can bacon, and another group, and I, answered, and people were like, oh my gosh, you can't can bacon. And so then somebody else said, hey, let's start a group, and I don't know how to do that. And I'm like, I can do it. I'll do it. And so that's how we started this group. So thank you. I hope you'll enjoy the journey. Come along. The best is yet to be. Join us on Facebook. Look for the Black Canning Jar. Thank you. 72,000 members and more.